Good morning. In the previous lecture, we studied line integration. Next article is surface integration. We have seen line integration is integration of a vector point function along a curve. We have studied this in detail for conservative forces as well as for non-conservative forces or conservative fields and non-conservative fields. Let us try to discuss the surface integral. Let us consider a closed surface . Let us consider a region of space in which vector functions are defined. So, the region of space under consideration will be a vector field. In such a vector field, let us consider a closed surface. Yes. Let this S be a closed surface. Consider this closed surface S is divided into infinitesimal surface elements. It is divided into large number of smaller surface elements. ds, this surface. ds, this surface, it is the infinitesimal surface element ds of the given closed surface. Let v is equal to, v of x, y, z is the vector point function defined throughout the given region. At a point on surface element ds, this v gives the vector point function. This n is a unit normal to the surface element ds, and therefore, the surface element ds may be represented by ds dot n. S is vector surface, ds is also vector, n is also vector. So, ds dot n gives the surface element ds of the closed surface S. What we see here, the vector point function is in this direction. Component of V along this n will be V cos theta, or it will be simply V dot n. Component of vector point function V along this unit normal to the surface element ds may be V dot n, or we can write this as V cos theta. This is the value at a single point. This is the value of the vector point function at a single point. What will be its this value or this value over the surface ds? The flux of the vector field over surface ds will be V cos theta ds or V dot n ds. This gives value of the vector point function over the surface ds in the given vector field. If this is the amount of vector point function over area ds, what will be total value of the vector point function over the whole closed surface area? We have to sum this for all ds. S is divided into such large number of ds. This is value of vector point function for one ds. S is composed of large number of such ds. If we take sum of all such flux of vectors over area ds, it will give surface integration of the vector point function over the closed surface S, and therefore two integrals are shown because surface has two dimensions. Core is one dimensional, whereas surface is always two dimensional. S is closed surface. To represent this, you can put a circle on this double integral. To represent the surface S is closed surface, and we are taking integration of this flux of vector over surface element ds. We shall show here two integration signs, and a circle is placed on it representing that this is surface integration over a closed surface. Here we have taken dot product of this vector and this vector. You are also allowed to take the cross product. V is the vector point function, n is the normal component, unit vector normal to the surface element under consideration. We can take cross product of this. If we take cross product, it will be V cross, you may write ds, double integration. So, if we have cross product, this is dot product giving magnitude, this is cross product giving the vector over, it is actually known as the flux of a vector field over the closed surface S, which can be given this way also. Surface integration may be given this way. In this case, this dot will give us this size magnitude. Cross is taken here, it will give us the magnitude as well as direction of flux of the vector field over the closed surface S. Flux of the vector field over the closed surface S. This is also true for a scalar function. How this could be true for a scalar function? V is a vector, N is a vector. What is dot product of these two vectors? Dot product of these two vectors is a scalar, and therefore phi is the scalar point function ds, the smallest surface element. Double integration over this phi ds will give us the surface integration of a scalar point function if it is carried out in the scalar field. If the surface integration is carried out in the scalar field, we can have the surface integration given by this equation. Double integration over which a circle is placed, representing that the the surface under consideration in the scalar field is a closed surface, and we are taking integration on that closed surface. This way we can take surface integration using this method or this method. Even we can have surface integration this way, even we can have surface integration this way. Here this is surface integration of dot product of two vectors. Here it is surface integration of cross product of vectors. Here it is surface integration of the scalar point function. In Cartesian coordinate system, vector v is given by vxi plus vyj plus vzk ds is vector area element, which is given by dsxi plus dsyj plus dszk, equation number 2. What do we want? This one, and that is what v dot ds is equal to vxi plus vyj plus vzk dot, in the other bracket, dsxi plus dsyj plus dszk. Let us have dot product of this. N is unity, its value is 1. So I can simply go for v dot ds, and this is equal to dot product of first term with these three terms, dot product of second term with these three terms, dot product of third term with these three terms, and that will be vx into dsx I dot I plus vx into dsy I dot j plus vx dsz I dot k plus vy dsx z dot I plus vy dsy z dot j plus vy dsz z dot k plus vz dsx k dot I plus vz dxy k dot j plus vz dsz k dot k. Dot product of, this is the dot, v dot s, n is unity. This represents vector v in terms of rectangular components along the axis x, y, z. This represents components of surface element ds along the three vectors x, y, z respectively. Dot product of this with this will be this one. Now use the rules of dot product. I dot I is 1, j dot j is also 1, k dot k is 1. What is I dot j? 0. So this whole term will become 0. This is 0. This is 0. So this term will become 0. This term will become 0. This is 0. This term will become 0. This is 0. This term will become 0. K dot I 0. The whole term will become 0. K dot j is also 0. The whole term will become 0. So out of these 9 terms, 6 terms will become 0 because of the rules of dot product. Only 3 terms will survive, and that is Vx dsx plus Vy dsy plus Vz dsz. Therefore, surface integration will be equal to double integration, put a circle on double integration, and this is what Vx dsx plus Vy dsy plus Vz dsz, equation number 3. So this way we can have the surface integration of a vector point function. We can have surface integration of a scalar point function. Even we can have surface integration of a vector function which is cross product or vector product of 2 vectors. So this is the way to find out surface integration of a vector point function, of a scalar point function, of a vector which is a cross product of 2 vectors. This is all. The surface integration is also known as flux of a vector. The surface integration is also, if it is carried out for a vector, it is also known as flux of a vector over a closed surface. Yes, this is about surface integration. Hope you got it. Thank you.